guys, welcome back to the dive. If you're joining us for the first time, welcome, welcome, welcome. This is a safe space where we talk about real life issues. We talk about every single thing over here, and today we are talking about social media. And before I introduce the topic, I want to introduce our guest. We have a very, very, very special guest with us today. We have the hostess with the mostest.
Wow.
She's, a woman empowerment advocate. She's a social media mogul. She's a TV presenter, a voiceover artist. What have you? So yeah, help me welcome Miss Drew to the Dive podcast.
Wow. Hi.
Yeah.
Thank you guys so much for having me. I really feel humbled actually being invited. So thank you so much.
Thank you so much for taking time to join us. So, before we start, why don't you just tell us a little bit about yourself?
Wow, you basically said it all. Okay. So my name is Ms. Drew. I am a, like you said, TV presenter, voiceover artist, youth empowerment advocate. I do a lot of traveling,
Mm,
showcasing the hidden gems and beauty in Africa, not just
yeah.
Ghana. So I am on YouTube, Ms. Drew TV. Born and raised in London my whole life in the UK and moved to Ghana nearly 4 years ago
Oh, okay.
to chase my dreams while I was living my best life. So
Wow, that's beautiful. So, how is it like switching cultures? How has it been so far?
Switching cultures, I wouldn't say I've really switched cultures because I am, mostly Ghanaian.
Okay.
So coming to Ghana, I guess living in Ghana is completely different to coming to Ghana
Mm,
on a holiday, like I
mm,
used to do every year, come to Ghana in December. But now actually living here is
okay.
completely different. It's interesting. I mean,
Okay.
it's bittersweet, it has its ups and it
And
has its
downs.
downs, but I
Yeah.
wouldn't trade it for
For the world.
anything.
You're enjoying it. We hope you're enjoying it.
I am. I mean, this is home. I live here now.
Yeah.
So yeah, definitely I
Yeah.
am.
That's great. So yeah, basically, the topic we are speaking on today is social media because we are in a generation where social media is practically taking over. It's practically being involved in every single aspect of our lives. So today we want to look at the pros and cons. We want to give some advice. We want to whatever questions that might be on your mind, whatever thing that you might be going through concerning social media, we want to just touch on that, a little, just to like give an overview about this. So I'll just start with the first question. What are some of the negative effects that you think social media has on the youth?
I'm that's interesting. I mean, social media is like you said, is the in thing now. You need
Mm-hmm.
to have social media in order
Yeah.
to promote yourself, being a creative, even to get exposure. Right now, a lot of companies are looking straight to your social media before they
Yeah.
even employ you, or
Mm-mm.
even, before you do anything.
Yeah.
And I guess social media is now open to anybody. Now anybody can find anything they want online.
Yeah.
Like it's just simple. So negative things about social media. I mean, wow, we're going straight into
Yeah.
it. Like, wow. Okay, so for me, I would
Mm.
say because you could put anything you want on social media, a lot of people seem to put on a life that might not necessarily be real.
Mm-hmm.
A lot of people seem to put a lot of fake things on there. A lot. I don't. For me personally, I don't think everybody puts their real, not even maybe myself, puts
Yeah.
their real, real self on
Yeah.
social media. And so the other person looking, a lot of people we judge by what we see.
Mm-hmm.
We make assumptions on what we see first before getting to know an individual. So we might see someone with flashy clothes, long hair, flashy cars, all that. And we
Yeah.
might be thinking, oh my goodness, this person
Yeah.
is rich. I need to have money to be like this
Mm.
person. However, the realist is that that person might actually be borrowing the car. It
Mm-hmm.
might not
Mm-hmm.
even be theirs.
Yeah.
Maybe the money is, they don't even have money, all they just have is clothes, but their bank account is completely empty. And so a lot of people start thinking, I must be like this person,
Yeah.
when they don't know that that maybe that actual individual doesn't even have those things that they are
Yeah.
putting out there. So it's putting some weird kind of pressure
Mm.
on young people, I feel,
Yeah.
that, oh my gosh, I have to make money and I have to
Yeah.
make money and I have to get this. If I
Yeah.
don't have these shoes, this hair, these clothes, this car, this watch, I'm not anybody.
Mm.
And so people are, I think, using the quote unquote, please don't come beat me up, but the fake internet life
Mm.
to judge how they are supposed to be living
Yeah.
on a day
Giving
to day.
themselves unnecessary pressure.
Yeah, and
Yeah.
I think that's a big negative on the
Mm.
youth. And you mean social media right now, kids like from 10, 11 are on iPads and
Yeah.
tablets. They have access to YouTube. They have access to all of these things. So I really feel like we need to be mindful with the things that we're putting outside. And even that, more mindful the people that are taking it in. You know, the eyes, the ears are the window to your soul.
Yeah.
And so you need to be mindful of the things that you're watching. Are these things affecting you? Are you
Yeah.
seeing pretty ladies in corsets and thinking that you're fat when technically
Mm-mm.
when they take off the corset, their bellies may be bigger than yours?
Yeah.
You
Yeah.
know?
Yeah.
So a lot of things like that. I'm like, people
Mm.
really need to just focus on ourselves and not let social media give us unnecessary pressure.
Pressure. Yeah. So basically, what I'm getting is social media has the tendency to make us put unnecessary pressure on ourselves and to make us insecure to an extent,
Hmm.
concerning maybe our bodies, how we look like, and all that. Yeah, that's very powerful. So when you were speaking, you said even kids age 10 to 11 have access to all these things. So I want to ask, at what age do you think kids should be allowed to use social media, and for how long? Like,
That's a difficult question because, like I said, as much as some of us may hate social media, we need it. And
mm-hmm.
right now, I don't see that many kids' television shows. When I was growing up, we would always be running to sit in front of the TV.
Yeah.
Or in London, we have a lot of parks, we have a lot of amusement parks. We have a lot of things for
Mm.
kids to do, groups,
Mm.
clubs. But coming to Ghana, and not even just Ghana, around the world, life is now moving very fast paced. So there aren't that many, children TV shows on. So we need YouTube for their little kids.
Entertainment. Yeah.
All
Yeah.
the kids shows, putting on a quick kids playlist to keep your child
Mm-hmm.
quiet and all that stuff. That's where social media is very helpful, is needed. I do feel like it's important to maybe give children, time brackets. Maybe,
Okay.
okay, you're allowed to use your tablet for 2 hours a day
Mm.
or 1 hour after lunch, or, giving them times, not just here's the tablet, you be quiet and I focus on my life. Because
Yeah.
that way, if they're focused on what they're seeing all the time, you're not always going to be able to monitor what they see.
Wow.
And
Yeah.
you don't even know what they're going to start attaching onto from just because they've seen it when you were
Yeah.
not aware. So it's
Yeah.
up to you as an individual. It really depends as you as the parent, I think.
That's actually very insightful. So concerning this gap, I mean, looking at how we can control how children should use social media, but what about adults? I mean, do you think adults should be conscious about their social media usage as well, or it
One
doesn't really
thousand
matter?
percent. Even me, like I
Mm,
have I'm only allowed to be on social media for 2 hours a day. So my
okay.
phone, thank the Lord for smartphones, it would tell you you have 5 minutes left. It would tell you
Mm,
time's up for today, because you catch yourself sometimes, you just went to check one thing and now you're on the app for over
yeah.
30, 40 minutes and you don't even know what it is that you're looking for. Sometimes you even forget what you went there for. And so again, you can be on there just scrolling, maybe looking for somebody that sells candles, then
Mm-hmm.
you end up looking at fitness ladies and all these
Yeah.
food things, and there you go, you're distracted. And for me, there'll be times where you start looking at these things. Oh my gosh, I wish I had money to buy all this food. I wish I was in this country.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, I wish.
Yeah.
And actually, like I said before, you never know what anybody's going through until they tell you.
Mm,
So you literally have to focus on yourself as an individual. If you're strong enough to know that, I don't allow these things to affect me. If you want to sleep on Instagram, that's you. But
yeah.
I know for me, sometimes even I feel like social media makes me less productive.
Yeah.
There's so
Me
many
too.
things that I could be doing
Yeah.
in that one. So many emails I could have responded back to,
Mhm.
DMs I could have replied back to in that 40 minutes of me
Yeah.
just looking at food pages or exercise pages or
Mm.
ladies in new outfits,
Yeah.
So it really, again, I think, if depending on your mindset, depending on your capacity, you should be able to decide, is 2 hours a day enough for me? Limit yourself, or I know that I'm looking at all these things, but I also know I'm my own person. I'm confident
Mm-hmm.
in myself. I'm not insecure. I know that I'm not going to let what I've just seen affect my mind.
Yeah. Wow, that's great. Just to make sure that we are not. I just want to. You've made some really good points, and I just want to make sure that everyone is getting those points. I just want to make sure that it's clear. She spoke about unnecessary pressure. She spoke about insecurities. She just spoke about discipline. You need to discipline yourself, no matter how old or mature you think you are. You need to discipline yourself. And she gave an example. you can set your smartphone 2 hours a day, depending on who you are.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, actually, with that point, could you give us more ways we can control our usage?
Oh wow, I'm not a professional, guys. I only ever speak on things that I have gone through. So
Yeah.
for me, literally, my iPhone, it can tell you 2 hours a day on WhatsApp, 1 hour on Instagram, 1 hour on Snapchat, 1 hour on Facebook. You can make it go as long or short as you
As
want.
you
That's
want.
definitely discipline yourself.
Mhm.
Or, you can find a way to make sure you're only following pages that are motivational. If you want to leave Instagram feeling motivated, only follow pages that are motivational pages.
Yeah.
If it is you want to, talk about being healthy, only follow healthy. You need to be able to have that tunnel vision to not let Instagram affect you.
Yeah.
I mean, again, the people that you follow, the things that you do, the things that you speak to, like I said, is a
Yeah,
window
affect
to
you.
your
Yeah.
soul. So it is up to you. If you know that you're an insecure person, don't be following all these skinny people or big people or people with living the lavish life if you know
Yeah.
that you're gonna end up being depressed when you come off. That's
Yeah.
that. I don't think that was the aim of Instagram or social media ever
Instagram.
being invented.
Yeah.
It wasn't for that. It's a space for me, a space to showcase the things that make you happy and also to learn new things. You can learn. I call YouTube like YouTube University. Because anything you want to know, you can find on YouTube.
Yeah.
Anything from how to sew, how to do your hair,
How to produce a podcast.
how to put it, everything, YouTube has it. So that's what I'm saying. That's a good thing. But if you were sitting on YouTube just watching nonsense, I mean, I'm not saying it's not allowed. There's times where you just want to maybe de-stress and watch maybe some silly people doing silly things or some comedy. But if you wake up, eat, breathe, sleep, doing the same thing all the time and you're not being productive, that's when you need to check yourself.
Right. That's very great. But you made a statement that I'm just, in doing this, I just want to try and be in everyone's watching mind. I just want to bring out everyone's perspective. So if someone might have a question, I want to be the one to bring out that question. So we said using social media, you could have been more productive doing other things. But what about someone whose job is social media, someone whose business is on social media? So how can the person balance, this thing? How, because the person's productivity comes from social media, and the person's improductivity or non-productivity is also based on social media. So
it depends, because I can say that my main income comes from social media. I have to post on a regular basis, whether it's on YouTube or Instagram. That's where people see what I'm doing. That's when they would invite me to maybe come on podcasts, invite me to speak at engagements, invite me to come to their restaurant, all that stuff. So I also have to be active. But like I said, you must make sure that you know what you're going in there for. If your job is, you scan social media and you check for, I don't know, the target market or what young people are doing at this certain time, make sure you're focused on that.
Yeah.
Like I said, it's easy to get distracted and go off topic, and then you forget why you even joined in the first place. But it goes back to discipline. Are you able to discipline yourself to be like, this is what I'm here for, this is what my job is, I'm gonna spend 2 hours, then I'll take a break. No phone off, actually talk to people, actually go to the beach or do something and then maybe come back.
Yeah.
It's always about self-discipline and self-control.
Yeah. So right now, I just want to ask, how can one regulate the effect social media has on their mental health?
Wow.
Yeah, because you spoke about depression in your, in what you were saying. So how can one regulate that, the effects it will have? Because everyone is different. Some people are more emotional than some, more sensitive than the other. So how can one regulate the effects it will have on their mental health?
Well, like you said, everybody is different. So I can't give an example for everybody.
yeah.
But I think it all depends on yourself. You have to understand you. You need to understand what are your triggers. Is it when you look at food pages, when you start getting depressed about your size?
Yeah.
Is it when you see people living lavish that you start feeling some sort of jealousy and start feeling depressed that you don't have that kind of money?
Yeah.
You need to see or find out, have a time with yourself, understand yourself. What are your triggers? What are the things that start making you feel this type of way? And once you are able to acknowledge that, then you start working on it. You either stop following them,
Yeah.
you either decrease the screen time, you either, find other things to do that can bring a different positive effect. It's all up to you. But you need to have that time to really dissect it and go within yourself.
Yeah, I think that's very important. So once again, let me hammer that. Guys, you need to know your triggers. You need to know your triggers and don't ignore it. I mean, even if it means sometimes, even if it means not going out with certain friends because they are going to be posting on certain pages, then don't. You need to know your triggers. Yeah. So next question. People learn all sorts of things from social media, sometimes voluntarily, sometimes through no fault of their own. It just pops up. Like most of the things I know about some celebrities was not of my own will, you know. So for someone who maybe might be battling with let's say pornography or masturbation or something, and then these things keep popping up, like what's the solution to it? Because you can't turn off your phone, and it's not necessarily that you're following the person. Sometimes it's just you're scrolling through, they come up ads and stuff. What do? Do you stop using social media for a while just to like rehab, take like a form of rehab? Or what do you do? Do you filter? Like what's the solution? Because you really can't control what pops up on your screen.
Unfortunately, no, you can't, but you can also in a way. Definitely what you follow. I think there's this new thing with the algorithm, like certain pages that you follow, they'll start suggesting those type of things. So again, it goes back to who are you following? Because the algorithm is only going to send you things that are like what you're following. Of course, randomly on a random page, you can't, predict some of the things that are going to come. But the first basis or foundation is to manage what you're following. The next thing then is also, I encourage social media breaks. Social media breaks are important and they are the best. And some people feel like, oh, it's not nothing. But you actually find out that there's more things that you can be doing with your day, seeing outside. Imagine just being outside and not snapping, not Instagramming, but you're being present. You are able to gain more memories that way, So social media breaks, I think, are important, whether it's this for the day, for a week, for a month. Some people do, after 7, they don't go on Instagram. After or before 6, they don't go on social media. But it's also important to free your mind and not just live completely on the screen. That screen's also not good for your eyes.
Yeah.
It's not good for your eyes. It's like so much happens when you spend so much time looking at that small screen, mentally, emotionally, physically, too much. So if you really do love yourself, you'll make the changes.
I think this is so packed that at the end of the video, I'll just list all the punchlines and I'll attach it to the video, because at this point, we have unnecessary pressure, we have insecurities, we have discipline, we have triggers. And she just spoke about social media breaks. Like, I'd never even thought of that. Social media breaks are important. Yeah, so we're almost done. So we've spoken about mental health already. Someone struggling with mental health or anxiety, what advice would you give the person? But I think you've answered that, so we just move on. So basically, we've been talking about all the bad about social media, so we want to go to some of the good. Yeah. So what are some of the benefits of social media?
Social media, you can be in Ghana and have people in Australia, the Netherlands, China, all over the world know who you are. Like, the internet is now, you can be doing something and you can be affecting, helping so many people around the world. You can learn. You learn so much online, even like TikTok, certain little life hacks and how to do little opening things or how to hide things, or even quick meals and all these different things. TikTok has these quick little 1-minute videos. I think Reels were probably the best thing that got invented. Because, right now people, again, unfortunately, because we're on this quick, we want microwave, we're living in a microwave society, everybody likes things quick. You wouldn't watch a whole 45-minute video on how to make something, but they're doing it in literally 60 seconds. You're just like, wow. So I think it's good because you get to learn so much things. As an individual, you get to promote yourself, your business. You have a business and you have social media. Instead of you sending flyers all over Ghana, you just make one post, tell your friend, hi, share this for me. And that can make a reach of over 1,000 people than you've ever met before. So it's great for promoting yourself, your business, learning new things, life hacks, so much, so much. I think social media is also good for equally. So it really just boils down to the individual. I would never say social media is bad. It's how much you use it. And if you don't have that self-discipline, then it can be very bad for you.
Yeah. Okay, so we have a lot of youth watching this, and most youth right now are trying to create a personal brand or something, or trying to, you know, present themselves in a way. So I just wanted to give some advice on how we as upcoming youth can capitalize on social media and its reach, or can use it with our personal branding or something like that. Yeah.
Okay, well, if you guys know me, I am Ms. Drew. My life mantra is to chase your dreams whilst living your best life. Now, I think if anybody who meets me and has a conversation with me and you tell me what you do, I'm gonna ask you again. So, what are you passionate about? I'm probably the worst person to speak to when it comes to jobs because I will tell you to. I'll make you leave your job and do what it is that you're
Yeah.
actually passionate
Passionate about.
about. What is it that your heart beats for every single day? What is it that you think about all the time? What is that one thing that you can do with ease? Like, you're not thinking about, oh, girl, come and help me. For me, literally, if you just said, oh, Drew, I need you to do a quick video for me on talking about animals, I would do it easily. I might not know much about it, but it's easy for me. Being in front of the camera talking is my gift. That's my
Yeah.
passion. So what is your passion? What is it that you enjoy? What is it that you love? Is it sewing? Is it designing? Is it whatever? Start using social media to promote yourself. If you're good at creating pots,
Yeah.
start making pots and putting them on Instagram.
Yeah.
You never know, people might be recommending your work and then people might start asking to buy them. You know, you can start making money from things like that. People will be like, oh, maybe I know someone that is interested in this thing.
Yeah.
Connections get
Yeah.
made on social
Social
media
media.
if you're using it properly. So I think for all of my young people, take time to think about what is the thing that you're really passionate about and start using social media. Using it as a side hustle. Don't quit your job yet.
Yes.
Start using it as a side hustle. When you're focusing and you put so much energy into your side hustle as if it's your real job, you'll see that the benefits of you getting paid from it is more of a bonus.
Wow, that's beautiful. So basically, we are done. That's it. That's the whole. That's Miss Drew. Everybody, she summarized our whole lives in like 20 minutes. Yeah. So I mean, if there are any final words you have for us, our youth, or I mean, if you have any final words for us, any final advice, anything that you wish, to put across to us.
Wow. On the spot. I feel everything I've said, guys, like honestly, I don't say anything that I haven't gone through myself. So I've gone through social media pressure, having to learn my triggers, having to take time out on social media breaks. I've also gone through having, to make sure that I'm doing the things that make me happy, doing the things that, God has put me on this earth to do.
To do.
So to anybody listening, I would really, really say, chase your dreams, man. Chase your dreams. Do what it is that you are passionate about. Put as much, if you really, really rate yourself, put as much energy into that personal passion as you would into your normal 9 to 5, 8 to 6
Yeah.
or whatever, and see the benefits that start coming out of it.
Wow, beautiful.
Don't give up, man.
Beautiful.
Don't give up. Persevere.
Beautiful. Thank you so much. I mean, we've come to the end of the program.
Oh,
Basically,
thanks, guys.
summarized our whole life for us, and God richly bless you. Thank you
You
so much for
too.
coming.
Amen.
And
Thank
yeah.
you for having me, guys. Of course, my name is Miss Drew.
Yeah.
The hostess of the mostest. So do make sure you follow me on all of my social media platforms. That's
Yeah.
Instagram, Ms. Drew, MZDRU_. YouTube, I need you guys to subscribe to my YouTube channel, okay? Ms. Drew TV. I need you guys to, I'm traveling Africa and showing you guys the beautiful gems that there are in the motherland. So make sure you do subscribe and holler at your girl.
We will. All right. Bye, guys.
Bye.